In a major decision in the past hour, the United States Supreme Court has just ruled against President Donald Trump's executive order limiting automatic citizenship. As guaranteed under the 14th Amendment, U.S. citizenship is granted to all persons born or naturalized in the United States. Trump had sought to end automatic citizenship for children born to parents in the country illegally or on temporary visas. His earlier executive order was blocked by lower courts, sending the case to the nation's highest court. Patty Culhane is at the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. She's joining us live. This was a much anticipated ruling by the court. Just talk us through what's been going on.
It is, and I have to say, it is the thickest Supreme Court decision that I have ever read. It is a 5.5 to 4 decision because Justice Kavanaugh said that he disagreed that it went against the 14th Amendment, but that it did violate the statute putting in place the 14th Amendment. So, in essence, the Supreme Court is now saying anyone born in the United States, whether you're born to undocumented immigrants, whether you're born to people on a student visa, a work visa, a tourist visa, you are still a U.S. citizen. The Chief Justice John Roberts wrote, "The framers of the 14th Amendment extended that promise to every freeborn person in the land. We keep that promise today." Now, this was very much a central issue to the president, Donald Trump. He signed that executive order on his very first day in office of his second term. He came to the Supreme Court, the first ever sitting president to do that, to hear arguments. He left when they started to say some critical things about his executive order. I've been checking on social media. He has been posting about the previous 2 cases that the Supreme Court issued this morning, but so far no reaction from him yet, unless it's happened in the last 30 seconds, on birthright citizenship. So again, this was a huge case before the Supreme Court. They waited till their final day of this session, the very last decision, to issue it, but now the law of the land stays what it has been for more than 100 years. If you are born in the U.S., you are an American.
Patty, you were saying that this was something that was central to Donald Trump. It was one of the first orders that he put in place, or attempted to put in place, in the early part of his presidency. What does this mean for Donald Trump?
Well, it means that the Supreme Court has blocked him yet again. They did that on tariffs as well, and they did that on the independence of the Federal Reserve. As far as immigration, that was one of the key reasons that U.S. President Donald Trump is now president again, because he said he would crack down on immigration. And voters in poll after poll said they wanted to see that crackdown happen. What's happened since is the crackdown has extended beyond what he initially said, which would be people in the country without documents that commit a crime. Now they are going after people who have been living in this country without committing a crime for decades. Poll after poll shows that more Americans are turning against the president on immigration, which used to be one of the things he got the highest marks for. The majority of Americans are now saying he's gone too far. Now, will this have a huge impact on the U.S. midterms? Unlikely, because if you talk to voters, the thing they care about most is what they call an affordability crisis in the United States.
Patty, thank you so much. Patty Culhane there in Washington, D.C., outside the Supreme Court.